Brought to you by Friends Council and Advis. TrusteeU, your online governance program for trustees.
Before you start a new development program, go and see what's been effective. Go to an Advis program, a Friends Council program, or other programs, and figure out what other schools have done that have worked, and then adapt it for your school. Some of the best ideas I've gotten in my entire career, I've heard at conferences, and I've adapted them for wherever I've worked. So I really encourage you to do that. And don't send the same appeal to every group. Always be doing split tests to figure out what is working. Split tests can be really cheap and really effective to do, and the next mailing will even be better because you figured out how your first mailing drew differently from a different audience. So I really encourage you not to just depend on what you've always done, but always be reinventing and looking what's new and emerging in the field. A split test in an annual fund appeal is something where you actually pick a similar group of donors and you send them two different letters, or maybe you change the envelope, or maybe you change the PS. You can't change too many things because then you won't know what to attribute the success of one versus the other. You need to identify which donors are getting which of the letters, need to change a couple of features, and then as the responses are coming in and the checks are coming in, you can see if one letter has pulled in more dollars than the other letter. Then you'll know which one worked. And if you change too many things, you won't know what was the feature. If you changed one or two things, you could figure that out easily. And then the next time you do your appeal, you can test something else. You can test the envelope the first time, you can test a new envelope the second time, or what you might put on the envelope, or who's signing the letter, or how many pages the letter is, or if the letter has an appeal that's a younger child versus an older child. You can test many, many things. But if you're going to test, just not to do too many different features at the same test, and then make sure to code things so you know which donors are getting which appeals, so you can figure out which of those appeals wins and brings in more money. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll get the same return for both of them. But most of the time, and I've been doing this a long time, one will really outpull the other in number of donations.